If you added assets to the structure using a template, that automatically also added threats and controls associated with each asset. When you click the View and Modify Threats button, you will see a list of all the threats in the assessment broken down by the assets they are associated with. If you watched the previous movie on asset structure templates, you'll remember we looked at the properties of the application asset and clicked its Threats tab. The threats you saw there are the same ones you see listed here under the application asset heading. You'll note that there isn't a single link for adding a threat like there was for adding an asset. If you want to add a threat here, you must first choose which asset you'll want to associate the new threat with, and then click the Add Threat button next to that asset. If you prefer to add threats to multiple assets at the same time, you can switch to that mode using this field. Choose the assets you want to add the threat to, and then click the button to add the new threat. By the way, you aren't obligated to add new threats to the assessment. If you use the default assessment structure template, you may be fine with the threats that were added and don't need to add additional ones. But should the need arise, this is how you would add one or more new threats to the assessment. If we click one of the threats to view its properties, you will see a screen similar to the Asset Property screen. Again, of particular interest are the CIA values used to measure each threat. For threats, these fields are measuring the impact of this threat on an asset if it occurred, and how probable it is that the threat would actually occur. These are the recommended settings as dictated by the default template, and you shouldn't feel obligated to change them. But in the event that you do need to change them and want more information about how to set them, you can find it in the help rollovers next to each field.